I've
Still
only
waiting.
done it
Oh,
once.
there we go. We're live now. No, that shows you how slow it is here and how bad my internet or my computer is.
Oh, and you've got it on me already.
Yeah, there you go.
It's your channel, and I'm gonna.
Well, if I'm blurry,
Hi, everybody.
If I'm blurry, there's no point being on me.
Yeah, we have two watching. Yay!
Hi, it's
Hello.
the Nikki and Kiki. Oh my
probably the Nikki and Kiki show.
Yeah, Nikki and Kiki
for
show.
Sunday index cards.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've just got to take my top off because I realised I've still got my work top on. So I'm just going to strip.
Oh, dear.
You carry on.
All right. Nikki is going to strip, and we're going to get this show on the road. We are doing, what are we doing? We're doing Index Card Sunday on Nikki's channel. And she is also holding a little challenge for her 2000 subby giveaway. And all you need to do is mail Nikki a decorated 3x5 index card. So I'm going to work on one tonight, and I'm going to be using alcohol inks. I've never played like this before. So this is brand new, never before seen by me. It's Yupo is what I'm using, is that plastic alcohol ink Yupo by Ranger that you can get. It's very expensive, so index cards are a good way to get mileage.
Oh, have you got your auto on?
I just noticed it went out there. There we go. Yes. Hopefully it'll clear up when I get the white off this. It's looking at that white and doesn't like to focus. And Nikki's going to be working on some index cards, hopefully, if she can find them. Did you find them?
The index cards, I was looking for the little painted paper I did the other day.
So, gotcha.
Yeah, I've got my index cards there. I don't know. Let me just see how to focus I am. Blurry. Ooh. It is blurry.
On Hangouts, it's blurry. It's not bad on YouTube.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, just Hangouts doesn't look very good. It's strange.
Well, as long as it's better on YouTube.
Yeah. So I'm going to use a couple of different colors of alcohol ink to start with. I'm just going to use the primary colors. I have Ranger alcohol inks, and this one is Dandelion.
Ooh.
Hello. Oh, it's not going to focus. I have Aquamarine for my blue, which might be a little green, but that's fine. And Crimson for my red. And I also have Watermelon. And I'm going to focus on that. I also have Watermelon for red, but it's kind of red. It's kind of pinky. I don't know if I want that yet. Then I might play with some mixatives to give it some metallics. Yeah. So I've got the blending solution for the whole inks. And I've got a mister with rubbing alcohol, 91% isopropyl rubbing alcohol. I have a palette. A palette, and I have some tools, and I have these little ball tools or stylus, as some people refer to them. Hey, Susan, how are you? It's Kiki again. Taking my turn here.
Yeah.
So I've been watching some videos on this technique, and you basically like flood your paper with the blending solution, and then you drop the alcohol inks on it and kind of let them run and blend. And then when those dry, I will start using these tools to make what they call bubbles or just
Oh,
dots.
oh,
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've seen some really neat works of art done with it. A friend of mine, she goes by the moniker of Mimi Praise,
okay.
and she's done some interesting things. She sent me some recently, and I'd grab it, but that's one thing I haven't put away, so I don't really know where it is.
Okay.
And there's another channel called Miriam's Nature.
Yeah, I see her. I watch her. Yes.
Yes. So she's done this technique a couple of times. So I don't know. Should I try it?
Yes, of course.
Should I zoom in a little maybe?
Maybe.
Let me see if I can find my camera software. There it is. Hiding. Bring that back up. Computers, honestly. Who would have ever thunk?
Remember when they first came out at school?
No, I wasn't in school. I was working.
I was going to say, I wasn't at school. I was at college when they started first appearing.
Wow. Yeah, I should have been in college, but I chose to go to school first. Go to work first. Yeah, pick my words right. I decided to go to work first because I didn't think I needed school. All right, so I'm going to just flood some of this on. Woohoo! Oh man, does that smell?
Does it? Does it smell good or not?
Yeah. Oh, it smells like alcohol. I might get blasted out here with the fumes. Wow, that's an intense color. That's the aquamarine. Oh my goodness. It's just making little shapes and feathery inside the dots. It's beautiful. Okay.
Oh, it's bright, isn't it?
It is bright. Of course, my lights don't do it any justice because they have a yellow cast to them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a chandelier over my dining table, and it's got these covers on the light bulbs that are kind of yellow in color. Ooh, okay. So I guess we do this. I'm going to have black fingers by the time I'm done. Wow. Maybe I used a little too much of the
alcohol.
the blending solution, I think. The stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, Miles, can you please get me some paper towels? The paper towels in the kitchen, please. My slave. We discussed already what the job of the slave is. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. He's a good boy. His dad went to get some pizzas. We'll just blot a little of this up. Or maybe I can try putting another piece of Yupo on there and get 2 for 1.
Twofer. You got a twofer.
Yep. Let those suckers kiss up there. Yeah. There you go. Then I can let that dry and redo it later to get some other colors happening. Like my yellow's gone. I don't even see it.
Do you have to let it dry before you can do more, or you just layer and layer and layer?
I'm going to try to layer a little bit and then try the dotting process.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, I'm a virgin. I've never done this before. And I could take my alcohol spritzer and spritz it on there and see what happens. It might make, ooh.
Wow.
Check that out.
Wow.
I've seen it done on videos.
Oh, leave it. Yeah, don't do anything to it. Let it dry. Oh, because they look like flowers, don't they?
A little bit. Little bit.
They look like rhododendrons, but yellow ones.
Yeah. We'll try a little bit more of the blue. I've got some purples and pinks and greens as well for colors. Yeah, that's quite fun.
Oh, yeah. See, I just got over 2,000 this week. Yay!
You what?
Yeah, I just got over 2,000 this week with the
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw 2008 earlier.
Yeah.
It looks 3D, like it puffed up. That would be camera effects. Yeah, it does kind of look that way.
I liked it though. It was like pop. Went pow.
Yeah. Right in your face, sucker. Yeah, this is fun. So then I could, when it's dry, I can take just plain alcohol in my little dish here and use it to poke dots, and it will cause the dots to be white. It'll push the color aside. I don't like the black that it's forming, so let's soak up some of that.
Yeah, that's when it's sort of blending colors together, isn't it?
Yes, they all kind of merge.
You gotta get it before everything goes muddy, don't you?
Yeah.
So you have to stop and dry it and then carry on, or?
I think I'm going to. Yep. If that sounds like a good idea.
Stop. Stop.
Well, that's one of the beautiful things about the Yupo and the alcoholing, because if you don't like it, you can keep moving it around and playing with it. But I ruined the flowers, I know. Yeah, I'm going to give it a little blast here. So here we go. You don't want to use too intense of heat on Yupo. It will melt.
Oh, it will it?
Yeah. It'll bend and get all freaky. So I'm holding it up quite a bit, like about 12 inches above, just to get some air. Yeah, it's almost dry. It dries really fast. There we go. There we are.
You.
Beautiful.
So when you put alcohol on it, will it move again or will it not?
It should move, but in a more controlled fashion when I use the stylus to put it in there. So open this stuff up. There we go. Wanted to go in that one. I wanted it to go in the other hole. Never get my way. Okay. I'm going to use this medium size. I've got little teeny ones, a medium and a large. Oh, I'm not even on the screen. Stylus is to make different sized dots. And my friend Miriam, all she does is she puts it on and lifts it off. Miriam doesn't do that. Mimi does that. She puts it on and lifts it off. But Miriam puts it on and leaves the stylus on for a second to increase the size of the bubble. All right, here we go. Going into the yellow right there.
Going into the fun zone now.
We're into the fun zone. Do you see that bubble forming? It's kind of oblong. It's not very round, is it? I might have dragged it a little bit. It's a big one. How fun. And you need to let them dry completely before you put like another one next to it, or they'll just become one.
Right.
So get really weird shapes instead of circles. Try some in the blue.
So could you do that with a stamp?
I don't know.
Put the
You could
alcohol
use
on a stamp, you know, rub it over on the image on the stamp, and then see what happens. I don't know. Could be fun.
Well, there is something that will stamp onto the alcohol ink. It's called alcohol lifting.
Lifting. Oh, well, there you go.
Yes.
There you go.
But this stuff, this is really cool. I haven't even opened it yet, but I've watched lots of videos where they use that, the ink up your stamp with it. You stamp it down like on this, and this becomes your ink palette. So the ink here is what it would be on your stamp, and then you stamp it off onto white paper or paper, and you will see all these colors as your stamped image. And then on this, then you can rub it off and get a ghost of that stamp. So you would see white where the stamp was. So it lifts the ink. Exactly what they said it would do. That one was making really big dots. I'm going to try the smaller and then the stylus. A video I watched earlier today by Miriam, she was clustering these like in a corner where she had, you know, some of her lines. She was able to direct her alcohol ink using air tool.
Oh, yeah.
Like an airbrush tool. Or you can use a straw. And I was going to look for my straws, but then I knew I would probably faint.
It's blowing
like, too much. So I decided not to do that. So I'm just going to skip around on here and put in dots so I can let it dry in other areas. And then once they go white, I can go back in with colors and dot those like in the middle, and then they'll look like little colored fried eggs. So it's kind of cool. So this is what I'm going to do for the index card I'm going to send in for your challenge.
Ooh, lovely.
Now, are you going to send something in for your challenge? Oh, wait, I guess you don't have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should do your own index card challenge.
Do my Yeah.
I must say the circles that I see others make are much rounder than these are coming out to be. These seem to be getting kind of jaggedy edges. So it could be a user error on my part that I'm...
Or it could be they haven't done it on screen.
Yeah. It really happens to them. They just don't show it.
Yeah, correct. That's what I keep telling people is, you know, that all these videos you see, they're videos and not live streams. So
true. So they could
editing little tricks and things.
That's shameful.
What are they like?
So I rely on videos to teach me.
Yeah, watch live stream. It's real. It's the real deal.
Yeah. Yes, it is. I haven't done that in the other videos that I've shot. I haven't done any fancy editing to cover up mistakes. You know, I like to show mistakes because I think that teaches people more than having it turn out perfect every time. This could become addicting.
Could be like really relaxing, couldn't it?
It is. You just kind of watch these bubbles bloom and
grow, bloom and grow for
How you doing, Susan? What are you up to today?
I think everyone's gone to sleep. See that
I hope not.
Either that or my chat.
Yeah. I posted in my group. I didn't get around to other groups, but they all see my posts.
Mm. Oh.
They also show that you can like redot in the same circle to make it bigger if you wish. My husband just came home with pizzas and ice cream.
Yeah, I'm home.
It's Saturday night in the Dodson house.
Ice cream. We got a little pizza place just over the road from us.
Do you?
Yeah, it's like 5-minute walk. 1 second in the car.
Yeah, ours is about a minute or two in the car. We don't walk anywhere. It's not the safest of neighborhoods, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
That's all right. It could be worse. There are worse areas than our little corner here.
Well, the bottle shop that's right next door to the pizza place got ram raided. Twice in one day. They did it once,
wow.
had a good time, and then came back for seconds.
Oh my.
But because they were drunk and the owner had he was ram raided, so it was all boarded up, police had been and gone, and so he got a camera installed in that time between when they first got there and the second one, and he caught it all on video the second time. So da da da.
Oh my.
And it turned out to be a group of between 15 and 16-year-old boys.
Uh-huh.
Of course, they can all drive cars here when they're 15. So.
Right. Yes, Miles he'll get his learner's permit in about 4 months. He'll be eligible.
Yeah.
He's not too excited about it. Because he knows that when he learns to drive, he's going to be running errands. He says, no, I'm not. He's going to get a job and go to work.
Yeah, my son learned to drive on his friend's tractor.
Oh,
yeah, he drove
that's fun.
Tractor around the farm. and he came home the one day.
Hey, it's a way to learn.
Yeah, well, he came home when he was 15 and said, "Mum," he said, "I'm going to get my license." And go, "What, my baby get a license?" No, don't tell me it's true.
I know. It's freaky how they grow so fast. It's like you get past those little kid stages and then they just take off.
Yeah, scary.
It seems when it hits the color wall, it kind of slows it down from becoming a circle. So maybe I'm doing it too close because it's kind of lifted up where those colors are. And my red finger looks like I'm bleeding to death. But I'm liking the little bubbles. Can you see them?
Can you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. It's between the glare of my glasses and the shininess of some of this ink. It's kind of hard to see.
It's very bright, isn't it?
It is.
I like
sometimes they will dilute their colors with alcohol, rubbing alcohol, the background color, so it's lighter to start with.
Yeah.
Whereas mine's pretty dark compared to what they were doing. And it doesn't go all the way white. It's just like lightening it.
So I like watching Miriam's nature because she's really informative when she does her videos, isn't she?
Yeah, she gives great details on what it is she's doing, and she likes to use the Jacquard brand of alcohol inks. They're really intense. Ranger does a lot of shades within a color family.
Never heard of Jacquard.
Yeah, it's a neat brand. I just got a set of inks from them, or they might be paints. They come in the little bottles like this, and they're really pretty. They're called Moon Glow, I think, and they're like multicolored. And I saw somebody doing some dragonfly wings with the green, and man, it looked just like a dragonfly. The green body, it was spectacular. So of course I had to own it. Oh, they're called Halo colors. Sorry, not Moon Glow. That's something else. Yeah, polymer clay is something I'd like to give a try. I want to try making tiles.
Susan, I think you are the only one there.
Yeah, I think so. I appreciate you.
There are more people watching, but they're just not joining in.
Oh, okay. That's good. Don't be shy. Let us know you're here.
Yeah, Susan. Otherwise, we'd be talking just to ourselves, wouldn't we? Which is better than me talking just to myself.
Yeah, my family's always told me I have a big mouth. I talk too much.
Nice.
Well, my first several years on this planet, I didn't talk much. My siblings talked for me.
Because mine did that too.
Huh?
Mine did that too. I was the baby.
Yes, I'm the baby too.
But I'm not anymore. I mean, I'm the middle one now, but at that top point when I was a baby, I was the baby.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom still calls me her baby.
Yeah. Susan says, come out, wherever you are.
Yeah, this is very inconsistent in the dot size. I don't know what I'm doing different dot to dot.
Do you think it's the consistency of the ink, though? You know, whether it's thin or whether it's thick.
It seems like more alcohol is going onto it. From the stylus, it seems to be picking up a different amount each time, which is very strange because I'm poking it in the same way each time.
Ollie, Ollie out some free.
Yeah.
That's what Susan just said. Ollie, Ollie out some free.
We used to play hide and seek in the first neighborhood I lived in as a youngster. Man, we had fun. Neighborhood had tons of trees. It's still there, the neighborhood. Our house is gone. They did what's called eminent domain, where the government forced us to sell them our house.
Oh, wow.
And they built a freeway through it, next to it. But the house couldn't be that close to the freeway. And now that's the primary freeway I travel on to go see my mom.
It must be like gutting.
Huh?
That must be gutting.
Yeah. It was weird. We moved when I was 8. It was hard, but we were really excited because they built our house.
Yeah.
And the neighborhood, we were like the second or third house. So we had this neighborhood of new construction to play in. All these basements to go hide in and trash materials to steal and create things with.
So Susan says that's pretty neat. Alcohol, no inks like that, and no blending solution. I have alcohol too. It's waiting for me for later.
Oh, for a muscle rub. Do you use it on your shoulder?
Oh no, this is alcohol you drink.
Oh, that type. Sorry, I don't hide anymore.
Don't know. Oh.
I'm so naive. What do you do with it?
Drink it. Yeah.
I used to imbibe pretty heavily.
Oh no, this is my have a drink on a Saturday night and a Sunday night, and that's in time. It's like my unwind week of working.
Yeah.
That's it, because of course I drive a lot, so I can't do that much because of driving.
Yeah.
I was pulled over drunk because it stays in your system for days. So yeah, just got to be careful not to overdrink.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was bad. I did that. I never got picked up though. I'm shocked still to this day. I never got stopped.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember getting home half the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it was. I would go out and drink lots of tequila and beer.
Yeah. Man.
Like 5 or 6 shots of tequila and 5 or 6 beers.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I'd get up and go to work the next day. Some of my most productive days when I had the worst hangovers. It's terrible. That was such an example.
Susan says, I think people are just too careful with themselves and their kids don't fall down or get scrapes.
Hi, Tanya.
You didn't see my granddaughter last week. He was jumping so hard on the trampoline, she jumped right off it onto her face into the wood that we have, that my daughter has there on her garden edges. So they got like railway sleepers there. She jumped off the trampoline straight onto her face on there. Nice.
Oh dear. My son jumped off a trampoline once, broke his left arm in 3 places in his lower arm. It was a mess.
Yeah.
And of course, I wasn't home. He always hurts himself when I'm not home.
Yeah. To make you feel guilty.
Yeah. Ruined your concert? Mom? No, that day I was at a bar mitzvah. Oh. Then the next time he broke something, he was playing football by himself out in the yard and tackled the ground and broke his collarbone. And I was at a concert. I'm really smart. And it was during the opening act that my phone rang. So of course I didn't drive.
Oh no.
To the show. So I went outside the venue and called my parents, and they came and picked me up, and I met them at the Children's Hospital. I think the collarbone was much more painful than the lower arm when he broke it, because they didn't set it. The arm. Oh, you think the arm was more painful? Okay. I just remember more tears with the collarbone. So I had to fight my way back down to close to the stage where my friends were, because nobody wants to give up their space.
Yeah.
So I would just yell at them, "I'm not staying. I just need my friend."
Susan, the trampoline does have a net around it. It's one of those protect ones with the net all the way up. But unfortunately, the dog got in there and there was a hole there. They didn't realise it until granddaughter fell through it.
Tanya, I'm playing with alcohol ink. She asked what I was putting on here. Mm-hmm. And I just made a background of alcohol inks and the alcohol ink blending solution. And now I'm just rubbing alcohol, and it creates these bubbles. It's getting rather bubbly. This is the first time I've ever tried this technique, so it's all experimentation at this point.
Yeah.
And I kind of like it.
It's good to play, isn't it?
It is good to play. And I'm a person that I can never settle on one type of craft. So I'm constantly buying more supplies to do other things. And it's bothersome in that you can't just buy a couple drops of alcohol ink. You have to buy a whole bottle, so then you end up with the stash of unused materials. And I'm sure I'm not the only one in the world
with the stash.
Yeah. I have a huge stash.
Yeah.
And I have things I've never tried. I've got the materials, but I just haven't actually done it.
I think I can safely say that my stash is a used stash.
Yeah, you have a concentrated stash. You use your stash.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, I had to have those pens, those paint pens, Posca pens.
Absolutely. Mine are out and all the time.
Will I ever use them? I don't know.
I kind of love it, and you will.
I don't have any immediate plans. I do want to get more into the jelly plating and try more techniques that I've learned than just slapping paint on it and pulling it off with a piece of paper. Yeah. I want to try more layering and And then I've seen a lot of people do things with it afterwards where they add marks using the Posca pens and stenciling even further on top. And
Yeah.
so it can become quite an art form. But so
Tanya says she doesn't have a stash. She gave most of it away.
Who gave their stash away?
Tanya did.
Oh. Tanya.
Didn't send it my way, though.
Hey, your neighbors. You might as well. I bet she gave most of it to her children. No, I remember a while back she gave it away. She was going to try to rebuild and start crafting again.
Yeah.
And then her kids decided they wanted to do it too, and then they stopped doing it. How's that kitty cat doing, Tanya? Haven't gotten any lucky updates recently.
Well, my kitty cat, I was an hour late coming home from work than I normally am the other day, and he was sat at the front door waiting for me. It's like, Mom, you left me on my own. Left me, she's never coming back. He's worse than dogs, some cats.
They can be. They are very much characters. They know their schedule.
Yeah.
As my dog has no schedule. I'm her schedule. If I get up, she gets up. If I go to bed, she goes to bed. Last week I spent 2 nights at my mom's because I haven't been keeping up with her laundry. And it was starting to get a little backed up.
Mm-hmm.
So I took 3 days and 2 nights and worked on laundry nonstop. Decided to take my dog with me because I knew she'd be hysterical if I left her at home without me being here. She did fantastic. I was so proud of her.
Yeah.
We slept on the couch. She didn't hog it like she normally hogs the bed.
Give you a bit of room, did she?
Yeah. She didn't have any accidents.
Oh, yeah.
I was so proud. My mom was quite happy about it.
Ooh.
In May, my niece, who's currently living with my mom, will be graduating college.
Yeah.
And she's already got a job. So she's going to be moving to Austin, Texas.
Oh, yeah.
From the Ohio State University in Columbus, Ohio. And my mom needs help. I don't think she can live on her own.
She got a job in Australia.
Huh?
Or
no, she did go there. Yeah. My son thought she was taking a job in Australia. She did a summer internship there 2 years ago. And so mom is in the denial stage of her needing assistance.
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't want us moving in with her, and I don't blame her. I don't really want to move in with her either, but it would benefit all of us. It'd benefit us financially. It'd benefit her financially. You know, and it's hard having to drive from my house up to her house to do a couple chores and then turn around and have to come back home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can't get much done. And then, you know, I've got the pressures of my family needing me.
Yeah.
And I'm on the road an hour, which, you know, that's really not that much, but it is. I can't drive in the dark. So I get a little paranoid and scared and lost in the dark.
Yeah, I know that one. I hate driving in the dark.
Yeah, so I don't stay past a certain time of day, and I don't get up early to get there early in the day because I got things, I got things going on here. My
Yeah.
son's is homeschooled, so I have to be here for school most of the time, and sometimes I can get away. So she's gonna just have to accept the fact that we're gonna be moving in. I've tried finding an apartment, a house near her.
Mm-hmm.
They're not available. They're way outside our affordability.
Yeah.
There was one right in her neighborhood last week, and I inquired about it, and they don't allow pets. So that was kind of
Yeah.
and it was in our price range, which really was painful to see that they wouldn't allow pets.
Yeah, I'm not allowed a pet either.
Hmm?
I'm not allowed a pet either. Shh, don't tell anyone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you take your cat outside.
Yeah.
You're going to get caught.
I live dangerously.
Well, we rent a house now, and we're allowed to have our pets.
Well,
we pay.
Yeah, I think
We pay a monthly rent, and
I think from not next year but the year after, they're bringing in a law here, which means that you can't deny a renter. You can't deny them their pet or something. So from not next year, the year after, you're allowed. Anyone will be allowed to have an animal. So
that's good.
yes,
That's good.
You can't stipulate on the renters agreement that you're not allowed animals. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
I could see that coming here in the U.S. when because there's such a thing about support animals.
Yep.
Which gets a little crazy.
Well,
I could register my dog as a emotional support for me because she is that, but it would be more stressful to take her someplace. You know what I mean? She's not trained to be a support dog.
Yeah. Well, my cat is I'm a support human for my cat.
Yeah.
He's emotionally needy.
Yeah, so's mine. My cat. At night, my dog likes to sleep along my back. So when I'm in bed, I'm usually on my left side watching videos on my tablet.
Yeah.
And so the dog's along my back, and the cat will jump up and hang out around my belly.
Mine jumps up and tries to get run up by my face. I'm trying to watch videos in bed.
Yes. He does that too.
Get out of it.
Yep. Move your head. Okay, I'm going to try something different.
Mm-hmm.
I have some mixatives.
Ooh.
These give, this one is a pearl mixative.
Ooh.
I have gold and I have copper.
Ooh.
So I'm hoping it would give like a little metallic sheen to it. I'm going to dilute it in some rubbing alcohol. And I'll try it full strength to see which works best. Which one should I use?
Well, it's warm, so you've got to see which is the warmest one, isn't it? Copper's usually cold and gold is usually warm, but I don't know.
So maybe I should go with pearl. But I don't think pearl would show up very good.
Try the gold, because
gold?
Yeah. Everything's
okay.
better with gold.
Okay. Now, I'm not sure that this is technically an alcohol ink, but it works with alcohol inks. So we'll see what happens. I am going to dilute it though, because it's a little thick. I don't think it would dot very well, but maybe I'll try one dot of it without being diluted and then couple drops of it diluted.
I bet people think, where's Nikki? Well, I'm just watching because I'm interested. I don't have these things to play with.
Your kitty is bipolar.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's about yours or mine.
Mine's a little, I don't know. He's very sweet. He's a very sweet kitty. So I wouldn't call him bipolar. So it must be yours.
Well, mine sat on my chair. He pinched it off me. He sat on it, so I've had to drag the stool out the kitchen to sit on because he's on my computer chair.
Oh, no. Okay, well, it dried right up in my little dish, a single little dot, so, and it didn't expand any on the Yupo. So we'll stir this up and see what happens. It may not work. I have not seen this on a video. I just know I want to get metallic on here somehow. So I thought I'd try this. My other method is to come in later with this E6000 glue. If it'll focus. Come on. Okay, it's not going to focus. It's called Extreme Tack, and it dries tacky. So I could come in later and, put it around edges or whatever, and then use foil. I have this really old packet of foil sheets by Ranger.
Oh, right. Nikki, you said you were a support system for your kitty. No, he's blind. So I'm his support person. You're guide dogs are blind? Well, I'm the guide human for a cat.
Oh my gosh.
For the blind cat.
Okay, that expanded, but there's not much gold in it. I can see a little bit.
Well, see, it's reacting in the dish though as well, isn't it?
It is. Look at it. It's separating into cells.
Yeah.
It's alive. Yeah. Maybe I need more.
Multiplying. Breeding.
Actually, I think it's devolving. It's going into fewer cells. It's devolving.
The devolution of the gold.
And then obviously this is more than I would use on my project, so I can let it dry in here and then reactivate it at some point. But that's really boiling around in there.
Boiling.
We're mad. We're mad scientists. Okay, let's try it again.
It looks so much fun. I wish I could have that. I really want to play.
Well, if I get tired of it someday, I'm sure I'll have plenty left. I'll send it to you. If I can send it in the mail.
Never get through.
I just tell them it's ink. I sent some inks to Aristi and it got through. Some re-inkers.
Yeah.
They asked, the mandatory question if there was any liquids in there, and I kind of looked at her funny. I said, well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this, Nikki. I don't think this is going to be very impressive. It's not very shiny.
I don't know. Maybe when it dries, it will be shiny.
Yeah, well, that one's dry. And that one's dry. It's dull.
You can never see that shiny on camera anyway.
I can see it in person. It's not shiny.
It's trying to be nice.
If this is, oh, I know you are. I appreciate it. It's just not happening. It's kind of lame. Well, it adds a different color anyway. I don't have that color of ink. It's colored the end of my stylus. It's now gold.
Gold.
And it's not really expanding anymore, so I think the alcohol to ink ratio is off to where it's not really. I guess it is a little bit. It's not in a circular form. What did he get you? Wings? He got you wings? So now you're not going to have any pizza?
I had one slice one full of
Mark this day in history. My son just said he's full.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I don't hear that ever.
Yeah. It's a growing lad.
Like last night I made fettuccine Alfredo.
Mm-hmm.
And he ate a big plate, and I asked him if he was full, and he said, no, not really. That's usually what I get is, no, not really. Can never fill the beast. Well, I'm thinking I might start a new one. Should we put it on you for a little bit and let the people see what you're putting out?
Oh yeah, I've just I'm actually just doing stamping on my index cards. Got a cute little dream catcher stamp there that I've got on. Just put the border around it, just on book paper, and I've stamped a little border around that one, and I'm going to put something in the middle. I haven't decided what yet. These are going to be my two for today. And,
very nice.
Yes, so I'm just playing with my paint pens.
Are they Posca pens by any chance?
Well, most of them are, but this one is a Craft Smart one that was sent to me.
Oh, that would be a Michael's brand, I believe.
There you go, and it came from Eileen from Canada. So this one came over from Canada. And so because my whites run out, so I'm using this one.
Oh.
My Posca white has run out, and one of my other whites ran out as well, so I've just thrown that away. But we're going to see if I can fill up the Posca ones, because I understand you can, to get a bit more out of them.
I see.
So I'm going to Google it, YouTube it a bit later and see how you fill them up with ordinary paint, maybe, or a thin, thin
or
paint.
if you have to get their brand.
Yeah.
Do they sell refills?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But yeah, so this will be that will be just discovering what I can do without having to throw away my pen.
Right.
There's balls in there, so you know, I'm sure that there must be some way of filling these up, but we'll see. Susan said she thought she saw a colour difference with the gold.
Yeah, it definitely leaves a color behind. It's just not the metallic look I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to be shiny because I tend to be attracted to shiny things.
Shiny! She's a magpie.
Yeah, some people may not realize my first name isn't Kiki. That's a nickname that was given to me years ago by a little boy I babysat. He couldn't say my first name, so he calls me Kiki, and it stuck. My real first name is Crystal, hence my attraction to shiny things.
Yeah, it is a dream catcher stamp. She says, looking for it. Where did I put it? It's a dream catcher stamp.
Very nice.
Ooh. Yeah, so yeah, I thought Crystal was the made-up name.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I thought Crystal. I thought Kiki was your real name and Crystal was your made-up name.
No. I am named after a 1950s, early 60s soap opera star.
Soap opera.
Well, that was the character's name, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear, I just had to craft a lunch. But that's okay. I'll deal with that some other time.
Craft a lunch.
Are you familiar with a craft a lunch? When a pile of your supplies falls over.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That just happened.
As a fish bait van just pulled up outside my house. I know he's turning around, I think. Oh, don't hit my letterbox.
I wonder if I have a lighter color of blue. I think I'm going to go more pastel route. I have stonewashed gray.
Oh, Susan says Crystal from Dallas, but you see.
No. That was way before Dallas.
Kiki, yeah, sorry, Kiki's older than Dallas.
Yes, this was probably As the World Turns. That was my mom's favorite soap opera back
In the day.
in the days. Oh, let's see. Is that sunshine yellow? I thought I had lemonade, but I don't think I do. I also have silver mixative. We could
Silver.
try that. Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be any better, honestly. I may do a couple test spots with that glue on that first piece and see what comes out. Alcohol inks are very hard to get a hold of sometimes too, if you didn't know that. It sells out all the time.
Yeah. Are they the refills? Not refills for something else?
Well, it's just the original bottle. It's not, they're not refills per se.
Right, you're saying that they sell out. I thought maybe it's because they're bottles for something.
No, they just go out of stock fast. So when they're on sale, usually the ones they have left over, I already have. So I've had trouble finding at a reasonable price. Hence the keyword, reasonable.
Are you doing something on that piece of paper there that we can't see?
Yes.
It's out of focus, out of shot.
Yes.
There you go.
Because I wasn't on. Did you click back on me?
I thought you were showing some alcohol ink.
No, I'm playing with this glue, and I'm using the tip of a paintbrush. I've got these really fine paintbrushes.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. But I don't really want to put them in glue. I'm afraid that I wouldn't get it out.
Yeah, no, you won't. You're going to.
I put a dot of the glue on my mat, and I'm just smearing it around the edges of these circles. And then when it gets tacky, I'll slap some of that foil down on it and see how that comes out. I want to get some of that Gina K foil.
Oh, yeah.
She's got some really sparkly stuff. It's very attractive to me. But it's got, it's like everything else. It's got 12 sheets of one color per package, and I just don't think I'll use 12 sheets. So when I have the money, I'm going to buy a bunch of different colors, and I'm going to make up some packets.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can sell those. I do have one person that's interested in buying a small pack of multicolor. You would think they would sell a multicolor package for people to try, but
That's what you're saying.
I haven't seen them. And I don't want to have to use a laminator. I don't believe in that. Or need a toner printer. I have a toner printer. I just don't want to have to use it to print on something so I can use that foil in a laminator. I like to use the tacky glues and other types of adhesives, double-sided tapes. It transfers just fine with that kind of thing.
Yep.
I don't have any space to store my printer.
Not if you're getting
go ahead.
I said not if you're getting crafting avalanche, you've got no space.
Right. And then you can only put printer paper through my toner printer. It's a small desktop unit. When I had my home-based business, I bought it because it's also a fax machine, and we faxed back in those old days.
Old days, the pre-Dallas days.
Those olden days, yeah. And so it still works. It's a great little printer. It's a workhorse. But you can only use printer paper, so I may want to put my foil on something else. They do have a medium, but then they also show that going through the laminator. So I don't know if the medium dries tacky at some point to use it just like I like to use them, or I don't know.
No. Do you know either?
Not enough details. Okay, I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to start another one.
Yeah.
And we'll come back to that. Wipe this away so it doesn't. It takes 8 hours, it says on this tube, for it to dry. But I think that in thin little spots like that, it shouldn't take 8 hours. Hope not. Okay. Hi, Melody. Oh, she's happy. I don't need to. My husband's home tonight. He wasn't home last time, so he's going to help me with the puppy.
Puppy.
Yeah, he loves it.
You didn't have to.
He loves the puppy.
Get up and let him out then.
Yeah. Yeah, he goes out and about. So I'm going to try to move this blending solution around so I don't get a huge flood like I did last time. Okay, so I'm going to use pink sherbet.
Pink sherbet.
Alcohol ink. Pink sherbet. Oh, it's purpley. That's interesting. Maybe I'll try moving that around. Maybe I can blow it. You can't see me blowing on it. I don't know. Oh, man, that was hard to open. It's crusty under the lid. I've heard that these things tend to leak under their lids. Oh, it got all over my paper. Very nice. Stupid thing. There we go. Rub it off. And the pink sherbet left a blue halo.
Oh, yeah.
Restart. Now it's picking up the leftover color. That's silly. All right, reboot. It's more pink. And now this is sailboat blue. Sailing, sailing. And it's still crusting off onto my paper.
Oh, I could watch that like move all day.
Yeah. It's kind of neat. And then I've got, this is a green, it's citrus. So it's yellowy green. Citrus. Hi, Connie. Reminds you of the old pregnancy tests.
Oh man, love it.
That's the one where you wait for the animal to pass away. No.
Oh man, love it. Hi, Connie. Great way to come into the chat. I love it.
Moves it a little bit. I guess I don't have a very strong set of lungs. Blow my paper away.
I did a live stream the one time with Eileen, and she made me blow through a straw thing, and I did almost pass out.
Yeah.
I'm not very good with that either.
I'm not very strong right now, so it's kind of not a good thing for me to try to do. But I'm on my off week. I started it yesterday.
All right, yeah.
I got to sleep in today. I didn't have an alarm to get up. It was wonderful. I know, Connie. I can't find my straws. And I didn't look real hard, but they weren't where I thought I put them. So that was the extent of the search. And I looked in a kitchen drawer to see if we had any.
We'll let you off.
But,
We'll let you off.
Thank you. I think I'm going to put, I also have pistachio, which is one of the newer colors of green. Kind of not, that blue is still really dark. And I'm just not really liking what it's doing. So we'll blot some of that darkness up. And try some pistachio. Ooh, that's pretty, but it's darker than I thought it would be.
That reminds me of that song, Hello Darkness, My Friend.
Yes.
I can hear myself.
I've come to talk to you again.
I can hear myself echoing on your feet.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm muted.
Are you?
Yeah. I am. Are you muted?
Muted. I'm
Did you
muted.
mute yourself? Mute thyself. It's a polite way of saying shut up. But I would never say that.
Of course you wouldn't.
No, not me. Another way to get that foil down is when this starts to dry and the little ridges that it's creating, it'll become tacky momentarily. So I could try to slap a piece of foil down on that
Do it.
And then do the dotting. Okay, let me get it out before it dries.
Do it.
Okay, I've got gold, teal, silver, and an ugly color, maybe antique gold. Some of them are kind of mattish, not shiny. I'll do shiny. How about that? Like shiny? Shiny. Okay. I gotta wait. Poke it. That's not tacky yet. This might be. Nope.
Connie said teal.
Oh, you want me to use teal? I guess it's teal. It's blue-green-ish. Doesn't look the same on my camera because I have that yellow cast. That looks more silvery blue, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you see the blue.
But it's greener than that. Okay. I'm easy. All right, let's try again. Not quite. It's getting there. It's just wet still around those edges, so when it starts to get almost dry, I'll slap it down. I don't think this piece is going to reach, so I've got two. I'll overlap. Of course, you want the color side up on your foil. Otherwise, it won't work because this side is a clear mylar and your foil is on the other side. See? Silver color.
Yeah.
And you'll lift the mylar up for those of you that don't know. Uh-oh. I think it's there. Okay, here we go. Ready? Slap. Aw. My son is holding the dog. I may have been too late. I mean, there's like a split second point where you get to do that. We'll see. Oh my gosh. Can you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Good call, Connie. Oh, that is so sweet.
That is awesome.
Love it.
Can play some more now.
That's what's left on the foil sheet. So you can use this over and over and over.
Yep.
It pulled up some of the colors on there. Awesome. I do want to get more foils. I already said that. I do have another foil. It's a Lisa Pavelka brand this is for polymer clay.
Oh.
And it's got some solid colors and then a rainbow sheet.
Is that for when you do polymer clay?
Someday.
Someday.
But I think it could be used on multiple things. That's my best intention when I buy supplies is, can I use it on other things? So if the answer is yes, then it gets more cred in the moving up on the wish list. Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah.
I wish you could see the real color. Okay, I'm going to start dotting.
Oh.
Here we go. So I'm dotting
Daddy.
I'm using rubbing alcohol, 91% in strength. I'm just using a stylus. I dip it in the alcohol and I put it on the paper and lift off. And then it spreads and moves the ink around, creating dots.
Yeah.
Or some call them bubbles. Hi, puppy. The boy has the puppy.
Mm.
Well, that foil is a good way to deal with those dark, gloppy spots where the inks collide. So that's a good way to handle those because I wasn't really liking them. And I'm using the smaller tip now to get smaller bubbles or whatever they should be called. There, that's how I get smaller ones. I just need to bang it on the side of the dish before I bring it over here so I can knock some of the alcohol off. Thank you, Connie. I see your thumbs up and your wow. I like that. Oh, that one got kind of big. You know, the color could have something to do with it. You might be right.
Mm-hmm.
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 That one was a little more controlled. I'm so happy the puppy's happy. She doesn't need to be on my lap.
Yeah.
It's hard to art with her on my lap.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's very hard to art with a dog on your lap. Yeah, I'm kind of digging this time around. I feel like I know a little bit more of what to expect. So, Nikki, did I tell you my hair is growing back?
Yeah, you did.
It's amazing. It's all different lengths and thicknesses, and it's all over the place.
Bit wild.
Like right over my forehead, it's like really thin, but then behind that, it's thicker.
Is it like when babies start growing hair?
It could be something like that. Yeah.
Like the first bit of fluff stuff will rub off.
Yeah. It is kind of fluffy. It's like it's straight. It comes up for like a 1/4 inch and then it bends over. So I'm thinking it's going to come out kinky, like I've heard some people say.
Yeah.
that theirs did. Oh, and I have hair on my legs. I haven't had hair on my legs in 5 years.
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
Isn't that nice? That's what I live with. My son loves me. He's lucky I love him too.
Yeah, did you like your chat with my granddaughter?
Yes, she lifted my spirits. Yeah, Nikki's granddaughter called me, and we played with the faces on the messenger phone call. She's hysterical. I couldn't understand a word she said, but we communicated through art.
You do know she was looking at herself the whole time.
Of course she was. She didn't seem too put off by my bald head, so.
She only goes on there so she can look at herself. And she's awful.
Of course.
She just loves looking at herself in the mirror. She loves looking at photographs of herself.
But of course, Grandma.
Hilarious.
We were the same way when we were her age.
She only phones me so she can look at herself.
She's adorable. She gets her beauty from your side of the family.
Yeah, of course she does. Yeah, it doesn't matter who I'm messaging. If she can get in on the act, she will.
Yeah. I don't blame her. When I was her age, I played dress up.
Yeah.
And me and my friends, we would dress up in crazy things our parents gave us. And we would march around the block thinking we were the most beautiful people in the world.
Yeah. She does the same thing. She has lots of fairy costumes.
Yeah.
And she wants a unicorn bedroom. She wants a unicorn bedroom.
Of course.
She's a real little girl.
I had an aunt who had really fancy aprons. You know, the half apron that's just around your waist.
Yeah.
And they were all lacy and frilly and flowery, and she gave those to my mom so I could have them for dress up, and they were my hair. I would tie them onto my head. So what do you think of this bunching up of the bubbles?
It's good, isn't it? Susan says, are you doing the whole piece? It'll take you a month. This could be a very long stream.
It could. Are you in?
Yeah.
You gonna hang with us?
10 hour? 8 hour, 10 hour? What you fancy then?
Why not? Do you have to work tomorrow?
Yes.
No. Yeah, we have school. No, we don't have. No, tomorrow. Oh, wait. Tomorrow for me is Sunday.
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
Yeah. Tomorrow's Monday. Back to work.
But it's early for you, so you could technically go.
Yeah. I was going to say back to work, but no, I didn't stop work today. So.
Right, because you worked today, half day.
Yeah, half day today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did a long day yesterday, long day the day before.
I have to do laundry tomorrow. Because it kind of got cold here, and I don't have very many of my long sleeves or long pants.
Mm-hmm.
And we need towels.
Oh. Towels.
Those silly towels. Okay, I think I'm going to move over here. Our cat has entered into his squawking time of day.
I thought I heard a meow.
Yeah, he can get very loud, and we don't know what he wants. It's not food. He has plenty of food. It's not necessarily attention.
Mm.
We have a lot of cats outside that like to hang out in our yard for some reason. So he wants to go out and kill them.
Yeah.
When we first got him, he was an outdoor cat, and we tried to convert him, and it just wasn't happening. And he got out one night, and we couldn't get him. So we just caved and let him stay out all night, and found out he's quite the fighter.
Oh, yeah.
He's got ripped up ears. He's got scars on his nose from fighting.
Is he a ginger?
Huh?
Is he a ginger?
He's a ginger cat, yep.
Yeah, they are fighters.
Hmm.
They're not called ginger toms for nothing.
Oh, I see. Okay. Doesn't have to do with the color, huh?
Well, the ginger boys are really aggressive.
Oh, wow. You know, in the United States and schools, for some reason, they're getting bullied for being gingers.
All right.
Kids with red hair and freckles, and it's just evil. I don't understand why kids do that.
Because kids are evil?
My son was bullied big time, too, in elementary school. To the point where he quit going outside of the house and refused to go to school. So now he's homeschooled so he can function. And I never understood it. He was like the most giving kid. And these same kids he would give to would turn right around and bite him.
Kids nasty. See how aggressive you were then? You said buy them and you did that one down. Look at that.
What? I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit.
Yeah. When you dotted that one there, when you were saying how they were bullying your boy, it grew into a really big dot.
It did.
Oh, my dad was ginger.
Was?
Well, he's dead now, isn't he? So he was a ginger.
Oh.
My niece and nephew, they're twins, boy and a girl, and they're not just ginger, they are red auburn, red, deep red auburn.
Wow. See, when I was a baby, that was like a preferred thing.
Yeah.
My grandfather wanted my mom to have a ginger baby so bad. And when my brother was born, he had kind of a red cast to his hair. And he said, "Oh, I finally got my redhead." And no, it all fell out and came in blonde. We were all towheads. I was the whitest of them all. I had the white hair and the bright blue eyes. And that's what my son was. He wasn't as white as I was. He was more a yellow blonde, but complete towhead.
Yeah, my two are blondes. So I got blondes instead of gingers.
Yeah.
But yeah, my dad never lived to see his ginger grandchildren. Sorry, great grandchildren.
Well, he sees them.
Oh wow,
I know. Yeah, I lost my dad too. It sucks. And my mother just turned 81, and I'm dreading losing her. That's why I want to take care of her. You know, I want her to be the best health she can be.
Yeah.
She's the oldest living so far documented in her family.
Oh, wow. It's not
Yeah.
true, is it?
No, I mean, her mother died in her very early 60s. I did not get to meet her.
Yeah, my dad was orphaned when he was 8, so don't know his mum and dad at all.
Now, that picture you posted from your memories,
Yeah,
you said it was your nan?
Yeah, my mum's mum.
Your mother's mother. Okay. So I don't speak all that British speak.
My maternal grandmother.
Okay. Well, see, and you look a lot like her.
Yeah.
Those are some strong genes that you're passing down.
Yeah.
Hey, no. Melody. The cat came under my feet, so the dog attacked him. She was growling. And I don't like that. I get mad, so I yell at her, as you heard.
Yes, that was 1940 when she got married. So it was like
Wow.
And then my granddad went off to the Second World War after that.
Yeah.
So they got married, you know, and then off he went.
Wow. Well, my parents married in 1955, and my dad was in the National Guard during the end of the Korean War.
Yeah.
He never got called up.
Yeah, my mum and dad were married in 1959. And my dad did national service.
Okay, so that's probably similar.
Yeah, they
to our National Guard.
Yeah, they were. He was the last year of that age group that was called up to do national service. After that, it was abolished.
I think I need to refresh this alcohol because it starts getting a little yellowed as I go on, and it doesn't seem as effective. So I'm gonna put another splash.
Yeah, the reflection is cool. Is that Dawn yesterday? Is it Dawn? I always get confused.
The what? The reflection? Oh, on here, the foil?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yes.
I could also make dots with some of the colors. Do you think this needs another color added?
Take a vote.
People,
does it need another color added? Take a vote.
Hi, Dawn. Nice to see you, honey.
Yes, Dawn.
Let's make a mess. I've done a good job of that.
Their hands.
Yeah. I got it cleaned up a little bit.
Right.
I'll use some rubbing alcohol to get that off. Just like it works on the Yupo, it'll work on my skin. I hope. Otherwise, it'll take about a week to get it off.
So did you notice changes in your skin during chemo as well?
Oh my, yes. I'm like alligator skin.
Yeah.
It is so flaky, and I got lots of sores, so now I'm scarred up. I don't know if you can see all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm discolored, but I don't know if that's due to the chemo, because that was kind of happening before. I related it more to menopause than I did to the chemo.
Well, Menopause hasn't affected me in the same way, though.
It sure seems the same.
Mm.
No, but I'm starting to have a lot of side effects with this oral stuff. I'm getting really fatigued more, and because this is my second, I'm doing 6 sections.
Yeah.
I take it for 2 weeks, and then I'm off a week. So they're 3-week sections, and I'm doing 6 of those.
Mm.
I just finished my second one, and my side effects increased.
Hi, Tiff. Yay! Something else designs, Tiff.
Oh, is that Tiff? I watched some of your videos. I like some of the stuff you do. I like Dawn's stuff too. She's fun.
Dawn's, yeah, we're getting the fun people in.
Yay, they're waking up. They're getting their second wind if they're in the US.
Yeah.
Well, Tiff, I presume, is in the US, being a Southern gal.
Southern gal. Yeehaw.
I'm Kiki, by the way. Kiki Dodson.
Age. Connie has big blotches on her wrist from age. Age-related blots.
Yeah. So that could be part of it too. I don't get blotches. I get like my whole forearm is discolored, and I have big patches on my head, which was really attractive when you're bald.
Yeah, I'll ask my hubby about that.
And my face is discolored. I have discoloration along my forehead and on my cheeks.
It's not fun, is it?
Let's go with it.
Mm.
You know, it freaks doctors out because they think automatically I have lupus, because it's called masking, where you get like a butterfly mask on your face from discoloration with lupus. So I'm always getting tested for it.
Mm.
I have similar issues. I have rheumatoid arthritis, which is similar to lupus. It's in the same family, but it's not as severe as lupus.
Mm. Well, I have 47 on Sunday afternoon, and it's sunny and lovely. And oh man, that's horrible, Kiki.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I can't do anything about it. I can slap makeup on, but that's just not who I am. I used to wear a lot of makeup, but
your skin wouldn't take makeup though, would it?
I don't think it would. I think it would look crusty.
Crusty.
And I'm not very good to my skin. I mean, I don't moisturize at all. I use moisturizing shower gel stuff on it, but I don't. I bathe, with moisturized stuff, but I don't like the greasy feel of lotions.
Yeah. Kiki, people are asking you questions.
Oh.
Don't be rude.
Yes, it is alcohol ink. Well, I'm kind of, have my head down. Yes, it's alcohol ink, and I'm using isopropyl alcohol and a stylus to make, they call them bubbles, I guess. But before I started the bubbles, I did the alcohol for a background, moved it around, and as it started to dry, it got tacky, so I threw some foil down on it so it's shiny. So I've just been playing around. I've been wanting to try this for some time, and now with Nikki's challenge going on, I thought I would give this a whirl and make my index card like this to send her.
Can't wait.
Yes.
It's going to be fun.
Yes, the Yes, Connie, you're right. The alcohol makes the alcohol ink move out of the way. And then it darkens the area around each bubble, so it gives it a little more definition. Here, I'll show you my first one I did, which is a disaster, but it was playing. I didn't do the foil on here, but I do have some tacky glue drying. So I'm going to try the foil with that. I wasn't sure what would work. And I tried these darker spots. I tried some of the mixatives because I'm using the Tim Holtz Ranger alcohol inks. Let's see if these are tacky. Yeah, those are pretty tacky now. I'm going to put some foil down on that. We'll just finish this piece up and move on.
I was going to say, not 8 hours of it.
No, it hasn't been 8 hours. The glue says it takes 8 hours to dry. I don't think it ever dries, though. I just did a couple of circles on here.
Foil works with glue sticks too. Look at that.
See? Oh, that worked out pretty well. Sweet.
Oh, pretty.
Yeah, so I added a little sparkle on there.
Add a little something.
A little something, something, yeah. And I'm using, for those of you that maybe didn't see, I'm using this E6000 Extreme Tack glue.
Look at that. Dawn says
it's not aluminum foil. No, it's this, what is it called? Where did I do the foil sheets by Ranger? I've had these for probably 13, 14 years. Here we go into my historical archives. They're just called foil sheets in vintage. That's why some of the colors are so muted and different. Shiny transfer foil sheets. It's transfer foil. You're not stupid. Dawn.
Dawn.
I mean, I usually think aluminum foil when I hear the word foil.
Or if you're this side of the pond, you think aluminium foil.
Aluminium. Or it used to be tin foil. Just a beginner. You're just a beginner? You don't look like a beginner.
Tell you a story.
You could tell a story. I feel like I want to go this direction and join these corners up. Does that would that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. Maybe I'll finish this off and go all the way to the corner.
I haven't been for a walk today.
Oh, no. Well, the day's still young for you.
Yeah. I've been to work, but I haven't done a walk.
Do you get to walk every day?
Yes. Yeah.
So your rain has passed that you were having?
Yes, it has. Thank goodness. Or it did rain this morning as I was putting my little rock out for someone to find. It just stopped raining.
Oh, good. That turned out well.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can hear myself echoing on your side. Are you muted?
Mute yourself, girl.
I am muted. Well, last time I remember we had a little bit of that, and I thought maybe it was my microphone picking up my headphones.
Mm.
So I just moved the microphone down lower, away from my nose area. Maybe that'll work.
Dawn says mute up.
Mute up.
Yeah, lots of people having trouble with the echoing at the moment, and so I'm not sure what's going on, whether it's a YouTube thing going on, but lots of people are getting that echo.
Oh, I don't hear it anymore. I think it was me. So I will try to remember that in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But in case I don't, can you try to remember it and remind me?
If I do, you just give me abuse.
I have trouble. They call it chemo brain, but I also have fibromyalgia, so they call it fibro fog. So I have fibro chemo brain.
It's just an excuse. My nan always used to say, "Trouble till trouble troubles you." Mm. Dawn says, "This is so much fun. Somebody do a tutorial from start to finish."
We are. You just weren't here in the beginning. No, actually, I watched a couple videos of others doing this. Miriam's Nature has done this technique, and a friend of mine, Mimi Praise, has also done this, and she says she learned from Miriam. So that would be a really good place to get some in-depth tutorials on how this happens and what other things to try for like moving around the ink. She has a airbrush, so she uses that to move the ink around on her background, so she gets a much more layered background than I do. I get splotchy.
It's Miriam.
That's okay.
Dawn.
Miriam's
Nature.
Yeah, Miriam. MYRIANS. Alcohol and foil. No, the foil is on the areas of the alcohol ink where it's spread out and collided with the other color, and it gets kind of thick and dark, muddy. And then when it starts to dry, it has a point where it gets tacky. So I put the foil down when it got to that point, so it was able to adhere the foil on this piece. The other piece I used that glue. I did not learn the foil technique from Miriam. I think I learned that on Joggles. Foil came second, yes. Hurry back.
Yeah. Don't be a stranger.
Oh.
Oh yeah, one of my stamps is ripped.
Oh no.
Yeah, one of my big You know, one that's as big as my hand.
Oh no.
Don't you hate that? Look how big this one is. It's big as my hand. Yeah, no, it's the corner's ripped right off. This is a 3.5 by 5.5 inch stamp, and the corner's ripped right off it. And I can't even see.
Was it held up on the carrier sheet?
No.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, man. It'll still be okay for mixed media, but it's like, look at that.
Oh, gee, it's ripped clear off.
Clear off, and it's not even on the so it's not on there. It's not on there. It's gone. It's gone. Gutted. I am gutted. You see my little index.
It's no more.
Yeah. Every great dream begins.
Oh, that's so pretty.
There you go. It's cool, and I'm
so pretty.
Just starting this one.
Are you clicked on yourself?
Yes.
Just checking. Yes, you are. Okay.
Oh man, look at that. It's just too evil. Look, I am all pixelated.
Only on Hangout, not so much on.
It's on YouTube as well.
YouTube.
So my process must be going.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, look at
that stinks.
Right, look, you can't see. It's all pixelated. Oh, darn.
Well,
just kidding.
Maybe try the camera first. That might be, is that a cheaper way to go?
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
I don't know how much you're willing to pay for a processor. Processors could be pretty expensive.
Yeah. Oh, look, on Hangout, it's nice and clear.
Not on mine.
Oh, it is on mine. But on YouTube, it's horrible. It's grotesque.
Could it be just your overall connection?
Could be because the kids around here are all on holiday. And I'm on a cable. Look at that. I'm about to lose connection, I think. Man, boo-hoo.
Or could they have changed some settings?
Yeah, I'm just going to check my router. So I'm going to leave it on you, switch to you so I can go and check my router.
Okay. Hurry back. The kitty cat is howling. It is the time of day for him to start freaking out for no reason.
Everybody says it's clear their end. It's not showing clear to me.
Well. Well, I expanded my YouTube.
Hi, Ginny.
And it didn't look good.
Ooh.
It looks good when it's smaller, but that's tough. I don't like that.
I've just got to check to see if it's slipped onto because I've got two lines, and the one's a telephone line and the other one isn't, so it might have slipped onto the wrong, using the wrong internet connection. So let's just. So I'll be clicking on different things while I have a look. Okay, I'll try not to click.
Okay.
Click us off while I have a look, see what's going on. Oh, sorry, Ginny. No, I didn't see you. I did miss it. Yes, maybe I had my head down too.
That's Jenny.
Ginny, like Virginia, Ginny.
Jenny. Hi, Jenny. I'm Kiki.
Oh, it's on the right one. 1588. It's on the right connection, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah, weird stuff. There's no men in the cupboard today, Ginny. You're okay. On one of my streams, Ginny thought that she could hear banging, and she said it sounded like someone in the wardrobe banging, asking you or something. So that freaked me out for ages. That did. And then she worked out it was when I put on my heat gun, the noise she could hear.
Oh, right. I think I remember that day.
Yay. Well, I could use some sequins today, couldn't I?
You did dig them out.
I did, didn't I?
Are you going to show your mask?
Oh, no, everybody's seen my mask who's going to see it.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't want to see that again.
Yeah. It's been seen.
Ginny said, "Hi, Kiki. Nice to meet you. Love what you're doing. It looks really cool."
Thank you. It is kind of cool. It's very relaxing. Very free form. There's no lines to follow except those that you create. I like this one a lot more than the first one.
Yeah, it is. It's much nicer than that.
But it was a learning. That was learning.
Ooh, sequins. I'm playing with sequins.
Are they mixed or are they all one color?
One color.
One color.
One color.
And what color is that? They looked purple to me.
Yeah, I think it's might be your teal.
Okay, like my foil. When in doubt, call it teal. I've got quite a few interesting sequins at the Dollar Tree. Maybe I'll send you some sequin mixtures in with my index card.
Cool. You know, I've got 2 already. I've got 2 that's come in the mail already.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. One from America and one from Australia already. So I'm quite pleased with that, actually.
Yeah. You got one from America already?
From America, yeah.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just announced today our wonderful postal service is going to increase the postage again.
Night, Connie. Thanks for joining us.
Night, Connie. Thanks for coming.
They're increasing.
Yeah, our base stamp rate is going to be 55 cents.
Ooh.
That's really high.
Yeah. I think ours is at $1.
Ugh.
And our post only gets delivered 3 times a week.
Really?
Yeah, because not enough people use the postal service. That's why
really?
they stamps, and you know, it's like, man.
Well, and they wonder why no one uses the postal service. Maybe it's because it's too expensive.
When you can email. Why would
or
you
use other services? I mean, why? When there's FedEx and UPS.
Yep.
They say they go everywhere.
Yeah. What was it? My flipping 5-month trek. My one package took 5 months to get to Canada. I was like, what? And I think that was Canada Postal Service actually that slowed that one up.
Probably. They've got pretty strict customs, I think.
Appalling as well. Appalling. They've got appalling postal delivery service in Canada.
Yep. Maybe they can negotiate that in our new trade deal to decrease the cost of postage between our countries. Yeah, I'm kind of digging that.
Yeah, it's crazy and cool. So abstract, and I love it.
Should I do more to it? Or is less more in this case?
Yeah, I feel like that big blob of yellowy that's closest to you that could be green, yeah, needs something on it, doesn't it?
Okay.
Because it's
I can bring this down this way.
Yeah, because it's a little bit washed out, isn't it?
It is. Well, let's give it a try.
But what do I know? I've never done it before.
Wow, that makes 2 of us.
Hi, Joyce. Joyce says, love that.
Hi, Joyce. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm kind of digging it too. Ooh. Is that on a mirror? See, look. Joyce says, is that on a mirror?
No, that's some foil I added. When the alcohol inks came together, it gets tacky there before it dries to non-tacky, I suppose.
Mm.
And it gives you an opportunity to put transfer foil on it. So we gave it a whirl and it worked.
Joyce is saying hello from Canada.
Hello, neighbor to the north.
That must be because you heard me saying nasty things about Canadian Post. I wonder if they're going on strike yet.
Oh, are they supposed to go on strike?
Well, they're thinking about it, I think.
Oh, jeez.
Just before Christmas. Hold everyone hostage.
Yeah, well, they mess with their own, so.
It's not as if it's that good anyway, so it's like. And this is where Joyce tells me she works with the Postal Service in the head office.
I actually know some people that do work for the Postal Service up there. But I don't really talk to her anymore, so I don't know.
So I don't know if the strike's been called off or not. Before it starts.
I don't think there's any strikes occurring right now in the United States anywhere, which is unusual. But the economy's smoking, so it's would be kind of foolish or a way to take advantage of employers. I experienced that when I was working at a factory. The factory workers went on strike and it destroyed the company and they ended up going under.
Wow.
So on one day, all 1,400 employees lost their jobs. Except me. I was one of 20 that was left to shut things down. They had to file bankruptcy, and I was the one that got to truck those boxes of documents down to the federal courthouse and file them.
It's going to be pretty depressing, isn't it?
It broke my heart. I loved working there. I was felt so appreciated at that job, and I received promotion after promotion, going in as, an non-college educated office worker. I worked in their accounting department, and I decided to take advantage. They had tuition reimbursement, so I decided one day it was time. So I started college, and my first day of classes, I got a promotion. And every time as I progressed, they kept promoting me and more pay raises, and my projects were getting approved. And I worked down I had a crew of 10 when I started as the head of a department in accounting. And before we closed the doors, I had it down to a crew of 3 full-time employees and 1 part-time. So my projects paid for themselves, and other departments had to give up people too. So I did a lot of changes on the computer systems that took away a lot of the manual work departments were doing, because their manual work made our work harder.
Yeah.
So I would put in a project request for the computer system to be updated and to make our jobs easier, and it also impacted their departments, making their jobs easier too, but then they lost employees, so they'd get mad at me. What can I say? It was a great company to work for.
Yeah.
We manufactured buses, mass transit buses.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were called Flexible, without an E, Flexible. I worked there for 12 years. I thought I would retire there. I was starting to be courted by other departments, but they couldn't promise me any upward mobility if I took their job. So I was in a good position to say, no, I don't think so. Not for me. Nah. Well, I did dots in that yellow, but they don't really show up very well.
That's because it washed out a little bit, wasn't it?
It did a lot. I wonder if I should try that color in the dots instead. I know. It's a little scary.
If you don't try it, you'll never know.
That's right.
Hello, Elemental Designs.
Is that Carla? Oops. Point the right direction. Yeah, I'll dilute it down with some alcohol. Hi, Melody. Oh, Melody wants to make her
Carmen
appearance. Yes, come on. Come on. All righty, here we go. There's the puppy.
Puppy.
Licking my ink-stained fingers.
If Licky, licky.
Everybody, this is Carmen. Yes, that was close. Okay, goodbye. We're done.
Bye, everybody.
She's a baby. Oh, I was going to try that green. What am I doing? I got sidetracked.
Where was I?
Do you even know what that is? Yeah.
My son is gaming with friends now. Yeah, it doesn't show up at all. I think I over diluted it. Maybe a drop of the pistachio will brighten it up. Ooh, that was 2 drops. Yeah, this pistachio is a lot darker than I thought it was going to be. Hey, look at the label, how light it is compared to what comes out of that little nozzle. Oopsie.
Yeah, that's me. I say that to everybody.
Yeah, it's a little better.
No.
I don't know. It's subtle. I don't want it to be too bright because I don't want it to take away from the lightness of the circles. But,
It's gonna turn like another Ryan Blade where I end up doxing you and talking to your mother. Like,
I need to tell my son to be quiet. Hey, Miles.
Muted.
I'm muting you. Can you take it down, please? I get the rolled back eyes in the head.
Muted.
Well, I don't know what to do with the paleness of that area. I think it's just gonna
blue. Maybe put blue inside the dot.
Yeah, but I'm afraid it would look different from the rest. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Oh.
Just try it.
How about a drop of blue into the mixture here?
Oh yeah, well that will darken it up.
Yes. So I think I just over diluted.
It's never good to over dilute your alcohol.
No, it's not if you're serious about what you're doing. And yes, I understand. We're not talking about painting with it, are we? I don't know. Oh, he almost said the F-bomb.
Oh, it's F-bomb live.
Yeah, he's quite the potty mouth. It became a defense mechanism when he was getting bullied. He thought he could outsmart them by cussing.
Yeah, that works.
You like the blue? Does that?
No, just laughing.
The F-bomb, yeah.
Yeah, that works.
It failed. I had parents knocking on my door about my son cussing, and I'm like, hell, you should hear what your son says over in my yard. So let's not go there.
At least you didn't have what I had.
Oh, what'd you have?
I had a parent knocking on my door for downloading porn.
Oh no!
And I was going, what? And they was going, yeah, porn. They showed me what he'd been downloading, and it was his what was it at the time? Pikachu, right? So who's with Pikachu? The guy who had
Pokemon.
Yeah, but the guy, you know, the boy that had Pikachu and that. Someone had drawn. Ash. Someone had drawn Ash as an older Ash with a little bit of body definition and things. And,
Oh no.
and this woman came knocking on my door. Just like, I said, I thought, oh my goodness, porn, really? And when she showed me, it was blinking comic strip, blinking. Oh man! She said he's been downloading porn at my house, with, like with her son, and it was just drawings, a comic strip drawing of a muscled, partially dressed Ash. She's like, really? You think you call that? I said to her, you call that porn?
Yeah.
Like, really? You call that porn? Well, I'm very sorry, but yeah. If you think that's porn, you're just like, you're living in another world, lady.
Exactly. I mean, come on, we're talking about little boys. They're fascinated with that part of their body.
Yeah, but it wasn't showing that part of his body, it's like it was all covered over and very tastefully done, I might say.
Oh, it was good art, huh?
Yeah. And it wasn't, it was a colouring bit as well, it's like colouring pages for adults, for children, and this was 20 years ago. It's like,
oh geez.
So you can imagine it just wasn't, it was very tame.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But really? Really?
Yeah, in kindergarten, my son got punished severely for dropping his drawers and wiggling his bottom at another kid in kindergarten, and they put him, made him sit by himself. It went on for 2 months.
No way.
I was screaming my head off. My kid didn't want to go to school. He was humiliated. And kids, treated him different, and it just added to the bullying. It became school-wide instead of just a few kids that live in my neighborhood. So I marched into the classroom one day, and she goes, "Oh, I was just going to move him." I said, "Well, the fact that you haven't already speaks volumes." And I said, "No, I just came to observe my son in school." And I sat through the entire class and watched my son behave better than any one of those classmates. And while I was there, the school counselor came in. I'm sure she called the counselor to come in because I was sitting there.
Yep.
She sent me a handwritten letter, not typed, not an email, a handwritten letter telling me how bad my son's behavior was.
Wow.
And in detail of the things he did and didn't do. Like he didn't say please when he wanted the crayons at the coloring table. They were doing stations that day. And I sat there and watched. My son was the head of his station that day. That meant he was in charge of cleaning up. So he was behind the rest of the students. So when he got to the coloring table, he was the only one there. They had all done their coloring and moved on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, well, there was no one to say please to. And he didn't grab the crayons from anyone. He just grabbed the crayons he wanted to use. Because again, nobody else was there. And then he gets to the last station, which was blocks. It was on the floor. And these kids all circled around and blocked him out from sitting down on the floor with them to play with blocks. And she told me that my son was grabbing and not saying please and thank you and was being quite rude. Like, wow. I don't know what kid you were looking at, but it certainly wasn't mine. Because if I had seen that behavior, I would have pulled him to the side.
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm not that kind of parent. He doesn't get away with anything. I'm not the favorite parent.
Man.
I am very I make sure he follows the rules, that he's polite to others, and he's always been that way. So yeah, I was tempted to sue that kindergarten teacher. It destroyed his whole time in school.
Yeah, my son was often put out from class because of disrupting the class, and the reason why he was disrupting the class is because he'd finished all the work, and he had nothing left to do, so he was bored. So he used to like go under the tables and play with toys under the table because he had nothing left to do because he'd finished all the work.
Wow. Now, and they couldn't like think to give him something else to do.
Is that his fault or is it the school's fault? You know, it's like, so we eventually took him out of that school, put him in a public school, you know, which is like private, you pay for the education, just so that they would keep him occupied, you know, class. So he went from a class of 35 to a class of 9, and he didn't like that. Now the teacher had his attention on him all the time.
Yeah. I understand that.
Yeah. Now you have to do the work, all the work, and if you finish, then you'll be set more work. So you know, it's like.
We went to the next degree. We went down to no other students. We have school 9 hours a week.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's still in 7th grade. He should be in 9th.
Oh.
But we really got a good teacher this time. They're college students.
Yeah.
You know, they're most of them are in special needs education because he has special needs. He has, you know, he's just barely on the spectrum with autism, but he's very highly communicative and but he has Asperger's and oppositional defiant disorder, and that causes some havoc. But he's maturing and he's able to control it much better than he used to. So now if I ask him to do something, he jumps up and does it most of the time instead of saying no or just refusing to do it altogether.
Yeah.
Well, that one's pretty cool.
It is, isn't it? I'm glad you're playing with it now.
Oh, yeah. I don't think this will become my full-time craft, because I do have other things I want to try.
You want to try everything.
I do. I really, really do. I want to try collage.
Yeah.
I've got lots of stuff for it. I want to get back into my Finnabair stuff.
Get back into what, sorry?
Finnabair style.
Yeah.
You know the pieces she would do with the profile of a person and then add all the stuff to become the hair.
Yep.
I love that.
Oh. No.
I've done.
Never been.
I did one canvas. I did one canvas and I showed it to my mom thinking she's going to hate it because she never likes anything I do. It's just not her. She doesn't hate it. It's just not her style.
Yeah.
And I took it and she said, okay, this is mine. I said, but it's not quite done. She goes, well, it's still mine. So I had to give it back to her when I finished it. That was the highest compliment I've ever received.
Yeah. Amen.
And then I made another canvas that was a dragonfly theme, and I donated it to an auction to raise some money for someone that had cancer, and it was bought day one. I was stunned.
Nice, isn't it?
So I don't own anything I've ever done. I want to make something that I get to keep.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to collect enough stuff together to do Finnabair stuff. And she's coming to New Zealand, but I can't afford to go because she's only going to the North Island.
Oh.
$650 to get up there to even.
Wow. That's a lot of money.
So I guess that's not happening.
Oh. Why is it so expensive? Do you fly up?
Yeah, you'd have to fly up because it's their island.
Right.
South Island, she's going to the North Island.
There's no like boat ferry kind of thing that goes between, or
you'd still have to you'd have to get to the ferry in between the islands, you have to drive up several hundred kilometers to do that, and then of course you and then you'd have to drive up to the top of the North Island, which is where she is. So it's like thousands of kilometers. So yeah. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to try something else.
Okay.
Start another one. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I am going, instead of using the blending solution, I'm just going to mist this over with some rubbing alcohol. I've gotten my handy dandy little mini mister. Another antique from my collection. That I buy and never use. So I'm just going to saturate this and then start dropping away. Oops.
Did you spray yourself then?
Yeah, I kind of got it. Ooh, it's like rolling.
Yeah, the paper's folding up and
warped. It's a little warped, yeah.
That's the word.
But no, the ink is moving much nicer than it did. Look at that. It wasn't doing that with the other stuff. Oh, that's awesome. Let's do some purple. Purple? What's it called? It's called Purple Twilight.
Purple and orange makes brown, doesn't it? Make sure it didn't mix.
That looks orange, doesn't it? That's the watermelon.
Is it yellow, is it?
It's kind of a pink. I think it's my lighting.
Okay.
Messing it up, you know. Oh, and this is crusty bits too.
Crusty
bits. Some people like crusty bits. In this case, not good.
I like crusty bits on my jelly plate.
Yeah, but not on my alcohol ink.
Okay.
That. That's pretty cool. Maybe some blue. More crusty blue. Oh.
Are you going to foil it? Are you going to foil it again?
I could.
No, I'm only asking. I'm not telling you to. I'm asking whether you were going to.
I haven't decided. I've got to figure this out because now it's like black.
Dark.
Why are the blues so dark? They really need to be diluted. Look at my paper towel. It's all like black.
Yeah.
That's no fun. Maybe some yellow. Bright yellow. I'm looking for light colors.
You haven't had your pizza yet, have you? Or wasn't that for you?
Do what?
You haven't had your pizza yet, or wasn't that for you?
Oh, I'll have some later.
All right.
It's for everybody.
Everybody. Did they save you some, did they?
Oh, yeah. They got 2 of them. There's only 3 of us. I don't know. That looks terrible. Terrible. That looks better.
Now you're going to put it on.
Now what? I want more blue. That's silly.
Do you?
I do, but I don't want it to be that dark. Let me try that other blue I have. Maybe it's better. It's called Stonewash. It's kind of a gray. I can find my box of ink. There it is. Big box of ink. It's a shoebox.
Yeah.
This is just my alcohol ink. Maybe that'll work. Another fun color is butterscotch. That's really popular. I have sunset orange too. It's kind of orangey, yellow orangey. Nah, I'll stick with what I have here. All right, let's try this.
Oh, someone sat outside my house looking in.
Oh?
Yeah. In a car.
Are you safe? Are your doors locked?
No, it's a woman. I think she's looking to see if she knows. She's looking for someone by the looks of it.
It's the landlord. She's looking for your cat.
My cat. She's heard the cat.
She heard rumors.
Yeah,
she may have seen it in the backyard.
I like that color actually.
Yeah,
No,
it's kind of.
Don't rub it in.
Trying to spread it.
Stop. Stop. Stop.
Oh, it's just not making me happy.
Oh.
Try wild plum.
Dab it off.
Daffodil.
Dab it off. Dab it off.
Dab it off.
Dab it off.
Dab that off?
Yeah, if it's not making you happy, take it off.
Oh, spilled my pistachio mix.
Yeah. Use the card to wipe it up. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That dendritic kind of patterning.
Oh, I like that.
Where did I put Stonewash?
Ooh, it's colourful, isn't it?
Yeah. Put in some of this yellow.
You go, girl.
Just playing. It's a playground.
Yay. Now that no one's talking to us anymore.
I've noticed. They like the dog.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're getting some mixing going on there. Get some purple.
Yeah, baby.
Purple?
Yep. I drove home from work the other night, came along the street here, and pulled into my driveway, went to my letterbox and thought, this is strange, there's someone else's letters in my letterbox. And then I looked up at the house and realised I'd actually parked in someone else's drive.
Oh, jeez.
Totally
Was your mind somewhere else that day?
It was so funny. I picked up the mail, I'd walked to the door and sort of like realised I'm at someone else's house. Oh my God, put the letters back into the letterbox, drove away, hoping no one'd seen me.
That's great.
Oh man. That was
that reminds me. I saw a really interesting post today.
Yeah.
From somebody I kind of know. I know her through somebody else, but her name's Mary, and she lives in Prescott, Arizona, hometown of Tim Holtz.
Oh, yeah.
She walked out to get her mail, and she saw these two guys taking a walk, and it was Tim and Mario. She said she about lost it.
Oh my God.
I would have.
Did she go up to him?
They stopped and chatted with her a little bit, but she didn't let on that she knew who they were, I don't think. That would be quite fun.
That would be overwhelming, wouldn't it?
I would be. I'm like, can I come visit?
Big Timmy fan.
And she knew she lived in the same city, but she had no idea she lived on the same street.
No way.
Yeah, they're neighbors.
I bet she's like peeking through the curtains at him all the time now.
Oh yeah, I'd be on Tim watch. Yeah, that's kind of a army green there.
Where'd you say you lived?
Prescott, Arizona.
Arizona, there you go, everyone. That's where Tim lives.
That's where he lives.
I thought it'd be somewhere interesting, actually, like,
Yeah.
Somewhere celebrity-ish.
Well, it's a nice area. There's some beautiful resort type areas in Arizona. That just might be one of them where he and Mario reside. Yeah, I would be very happy to be invited over for a cookout or get together with the neighbors. Find out, go through his trash and see what he's throwing away.
Oh my God.
Because he works from home, so it could be some good stuff.
Can you imagine Tim Holtz's trash?
Look at those stamps. Look at that. Look at all those alcohol inks.
That would be
like,
yeah.
I could handle that.
Did you say he works from home? So does that mean all those studio things that they do, that's from his home?
No, I don't think all of them are. I think some of them are done, like his Sizzix ones are done at Sizzix.
Oh.
I've seen that before, but I don't know.
I don't really know.
Don't know. But I know someone that could find out. So this is coming out different, isn't it?
Mm.
It's a little marbly in the colors.
I was at physio the other day, and my physiotherapist said to me, "You've got a twin." She said, "I was watching YouTube the other day, and there was this woman there running the Mototapu Marathon, and she said, and she was a spitting image of you." I said, "Well, that's because it was me."
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I was the
That's
one filming myself, doing the marathon and then putting it up on YouTube and stuff. It's like, so,
That's great.
image of you.
Spitting image.
Image.
I'm gonna try another green. This is called lettuce. That'll make this not so light. Yeah, I like that. It's a yellow green, but not super light. Okay, should I stop?
What do you feel?
I like the darker colors because I think the dots show up better. Yeah. Let's see. What do I want to use for foil? Gold. Kind of warm-ish with that green. Yeah, I think I'll do gold.
Kind of can't go wrong with gold.
Yeah. There's no copper in here.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you want to call that antique gold copper. But I don't think I will. Oh, that color's in a separate packet. That's weird. Oh, here it is. More like a coffee brown taupey, but it's shiny.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, go with the browny coffee coloured one.
Yeah. I agree. Let's see. Oh, it's time.
Time quickly. Da, da, da.
Don't miss your opportunity.
Da, da, da. You know what NOW stands for, don't you?
What?
You know what NOW stands for? Now.
Now.
Yeah, no opportunity wasted.
I like that.
Now. Do it now.
Do it now. I used to have a cartoon. Are you familiar with the cartoon Dilbert?
No.
Okay, well, he's like a geeky office employee.
Mm-hmm.
And he works in the computer department. And there's this one cartoon of him standing at his boss's desk, trying to teach him something on the computer. And he kept telling, click it, click it, click it now. And then in the next box, he's holding his hands to his head and says, no, you fool. Because he clicked the wrong thing. I feel like that sometimes. Oh, look at that. Oh my God.
Don't you love it?
That is copper. That is gorgeous.
Yep.
Is anyone else watching? Do you like it? Best one yet?
Yeah, best one yet. Thumbs up if you do.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. Strategize. I don't know if it even needs dots
Mm,
because there's like striations in the color.
yep,
There's even some like stripiness going on here, and
yep.
huh.
I like
This
that.
might this might be the one you get.
Yeah.
Yay!
If I get enough index cards, I'm actually going to make a new album just for my
Yeah.
ones I receive.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Cool, cool,
It'd be a
cool.
good source for ideas, from other people.
Yeah. Gonna have to go out and get myself some alcohol inks, aren't I?
Oh, well,
And you, Pen.
I think they're way overpriced, honestly.
Mm.
They weren't when I started, when I bought mine. I've had these a long time.
Yeah.
I will. I mean, I watched Tim Holtz do this on the Carol Duvall show. I don't know if you know who Carol Duvall is, but it was a craft show in the early 90s.
Oh.
And that's when it was on the Home and Garden Television channel.
Yeah.
And that's where I learned about alcohol inks, and that's when I bought them.
Cool.
Yep.
And you've
These are
waited.
ancient.
And you've waited since 1990. What?
No, I've played with them a couple of times. I did a couple of Christmas ornaments with alcohol inks, where you take the applicator with the felt,
Yeah.
and you put the drops on the felt and then pounce it.
Ah.
That I've done, but I haven't done anything where it's this free form, like painting with it. I would equate this to painting.
Ah, nice. No one liked it, by the way, unless my chat has
I
stopped.
see that. Well, that would make both of our chats being stopped. Yeah, let's close that and let's see what's happening. Nope, that's it.
Nope. Again.
We got 5 watching. I think 2 of those are you and me. But that's okay. Others will watch it.
Oh yeah, we had fun
when the time comes. Oh yeah, I'm gonna blast. My neck is getting sore, but who cares?
must be stop now. I think we've been on for 3 hours. We've been on for 3 hours. Have we been on?
I don't know.
2 hours.
Yeah, it's going on midnight here, so we started at 9.
9. Oh well, there you go. Must be time.
There you go.
Must be time to go. I'll just show
you. Have you done more?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what you did.
Yeah, I've actually put them into my book as well. So I did this one today. Let me see if it shows up. Let's see if I could see. Did it switch over? Did it not?
I'm looking at you on the Hangouts. Let me go over. Not yet.
Not yet. Oh, look. And it's all blurry. Is it blurry for you? It's all pixelated.
It's not the greatest. Yeah, it's not the greatest picture here. But the others said it was clear, so who knows?
Oh, yeah, who knows? So
who knows?
Who knows? Anyway, I did this one, and it says every great dream begins with a dreamer, which is this one here, and I did this one as well, which is it may be that those who do most dream most, and that's by Stephen Butler Leacock. And so that was my little sequence.
Awesome. Yes. I see those sparklers.
I did today. And so it's filling up slowly. It's filling up slowly. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, those are cool.
And so I can't wait.
So what do you use for your images? Are you creating those yourself, or like that turtle? Did you?
The turtle. The turtle. Let's see which one is this one. So this is a napkin. The turtle is a napkin.
Oh, you're using napkins. Okay.
That's a napkin. This is a stamp. This is
Do
a
you
stamp.
watch?
This is a stamp.
Okay.
And this is me drawing. Here, the fox is me drawing. And these are napkins. And
That's great.
this is just the painted background with a molded wing from paper clay wing.
Oh, okay.
So I'm doing all sorts of things on there, and this is just a mixed media background. And this is a stamp that I made. Carved my own stamp.
Wow, Nikki.
So that's that one there.
You got skills, girl.
And then that's just a little die cut thing that I'm still, I've got this die cut and I still don't like it. and this is image transfer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I've never tried that. That is something I'd like to try.
So image transfer. So I do a mixture of things with this. So it's a little bit of a little bit of everything.
Do you ever watch Know It? N-O-I-T? Noi? I don't know how to pronounce her name. Know It Art. And I don't know what country she's from.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it's European, definitely. But she does some really cool stuff. I'll send you a link to her channel.
Cool.
Yeah, she uses a lot of paper napkins in her art.
Mm. Yeah, so this one was this one here was a magazine image. With a stamp and things.
Right.
So but on a mixed media background that I did myself, so it was a image transfer and that's on an index card that I've got in one of my other albums.
Okay.
So yeah.
You do the image transfer, do you then like paint it or like add your own color or anything like that?
Yeah, it just depends on how well the image comes up as to whether I do anything else with it.
Gotcha.
So that's the original one that I did. That's
cool.
On my desk.
I love that.
Yeah. So it's this is the image transfer, and it came out so well on mixed media background that all I did was just coloured in a little bit like her eyes and her lips. So each had it, and I did her eyebrows and some of the hair and that. So it just depends what it comes out like as to how much extra I add to it.
Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah. So there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Shall we sign off?
I think we shall, because no one's talking to us now. Let's just show your 3 ones you did again. Might as well show what you did before we go.
Well, I had this is the background that I mashed onto the one. Remember at the beginning, it was super flooded and I didn't know what to do with all the color. So it was on this one that I smashed it. So I'm going to do something with this. I like it. It is mild, but here's the first one. That was just testing, playing around with the colors and figuring out the bubbleage and the foiling.
See, I even like that.
Yeah, it turned out okay. Yeah. And this is the second one. And I used a little bit more direction with the bubbles and tried to make them go to follow paths. And then the teal foiling on that. And then this one was just lots of colors that mixed together and the copper foil, and I called it done.
Yeah, beautiful. Love it.
Thank you. I'm sure you didn't intend this to be the Kiki show, but hey. Whatever works for you.
I tell you, my images look so terrible on the screen that I was sure that no one would be able to see them anyway. So it's like We can
Yeah.
only
Well, you'll get,
go with what we see at the time, and my image was so pixelated. What's the point? None at all.
right. Right. I understand. Yeah. Well, you'll get it fixed.
Well, I'll try and see what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe your kids, the grandkids messed with the settings.
No, it might be my, as I say, my processor might be going again. So I've got to get the setting.
That could be true. Okay.
Okay, thanks for joining me. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed our chats together. It's great.
Yeah. It is fun to talk to you. You get me. Yeah, I have fun.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Why not?
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So we'll see you all again soon. And probably sooner than Kiki. She needs her rest.
Oh, no, I'm usually up this late anyway because I take my chemo at 11:30 p.m. and 11:30 a.m. So my days are long. Naps are going to start occurring again.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
We got to go, folks, because we've been on for 3 hours and we do not intend to do 8-hour streams.
No, we don't.
No.
I wish I could, but my body won't let me do that.
Okay, then. See you again soon.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.